We'll see how this works out. I'm going live on my Comics with Bueller channel. That was a mistake. Oh well, that's all right. Let's see if anyone joins us today. It's definitely an unscheduled thing that's going on. Dylan, hello. Perry, how's it going? Hopefully you guys are doing well. What is happening here? Give me a second here, guys. Dylan Perry, thank you so much for joining. Hack, hello. Accidentally went on this channel instead of my Comics with Bueller channel, but it's already up and running. So, accidentally went on Comics with Bueller instead of my other channel, Nerd Talk with Bueller, but it's up and running. So I'm going to go ahead and be on this one. Sometimes that little button I get mixed up. But anyway, we're going to jump right into it. And I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's joined so far. This was totally unscheduled. I do have my coffee. It is Monday morning. Well, it's not Monday morning anymore. It's Monday afternoon. Stefan, hello. Hack, hello. Great hanging out with you this weekend. What this video is, it's my Comic-Con haul. It's all the books I picked up at the Comic-Con from this weekend. And then also kind of a review of the Comic-Con that I was at, Rose City Comic-Con this weekend, and my thoughts and everything. And then I'll kind of go ahead and what the heck, I'll go ahead and get into my experience I had with Neal Adams at the con as well. So we'll talk about that. That should be interesting. Mr. Gretzky, how you doing? Appreciate you joining. Lost Pilgrim, how you doing today? Yeah, normally I plan in advance to do a live stream and let everybody know. But today we're just jumping on here, apparently on the wrong channel, and we're going to go for it. So let's go ahead and show you some of the books I got from Rose City Comic-Con. This is our big Comic-Con for the year. It's definitely for Portland, at least in the Pacific Northwest, we have the Emerald City Comic-Con in Seattle, and then we have the Rose City Comic-Con in Portland. Those are the two big ones on the Pacific Northwest, and this is ours. And I bought some books, not a lot, but really I went bargain hunting and didn't spend very much money. Bought a few books on the first day and a few more on the second day. Didn't really buy anything yesterday, but I want to share them with you guys. And they're kind of cool. And these ones were like $1 a piece, and I think these are just awesome. They're variants. This is the Astonishing X-Men number 23, the variant edition. Kind of a neat looking cover. I think that's pretty cool. This is number 22, the variant edition. These are only $1 a piece. Very happy to get that one. One God Tank, hello, how are you doing? What would you say? Hello, comic fan, much love. We're all still alive. Yep, we're all still alive. Lee, hello. Connie, hello as well. Appreciate you joining. James, hey, Bueller. Georgia says hi. Awesome. Georgia's awesome. Lost Pilgrim, what's up? Of course, Mr. Gretzky, hello. Everybody jumping in. Appreciate that. You know, like I said, it's kind of unscheduled. Astonishing X-Men number 21, the variant edition. I love that one. Kind of a cool cover. This one is great. And I think I have a couple copies of this, but I grab it every time I see it. It's the Marvel and DC Presents Uncanny X-Men and the New Teen Titans. It's one of their joint projects that they get together, and they don't really do it anymore, do they? Kind of a cool cover. It's a wraparound cover. So I got a couple of those. And then I found a nice spot where they had some Amazing Spider-Mans. They're lower grade, but they were all like $1 a piece. And I was like, well, might as well just pick out the ones I like. So they were pretty much, I bought them because of the covers. And I'll show them off. Number 127, Amazing Spider-Man. Very nice. Like I said, it's a little lower grade, which is fine. 164, Amazing Spider-Man. Love that cover. I already have this book too, but couldn't resist for $1. Number 140. Kind of neat. Like that one. I like that cover. 174, Punisher's on here. Hack says I spent a little bit, but no regrets. Yeah, Hack spent a bunch of money at the con. He was there. Number 178, a great book right there. I love that cover. These are all a buck a piece, so I can't complain one bit. 179, Amazing Spider-Man. Awesome. One God Tank says, love your back wall. I need to do that. Yeah, it's my favorite thing. I bought these racks at a comic shop that was moving, and it's so cool because I can just swap them out, you know, depending on what I'm doing. And every week I change it up, put new things on there, and I can theme it as well. So it's kind of nice. Pete says, for $1, can't beat that. Yep, absolutely right. Comic Jabroni, how you doing? Appreciate you joining. Comic Books NYC, hey Bueller, just saying hello. Hope the con was great. Got to wrap up work. Catch you soon. Awesome. Con was pretty good. I'm worn out, man. Obviously, it's you're at a con for 3 days, and yesterday I was just beat before I even got there, and back was hurting, feet were hurting, all that stuff. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's see. I got Amazing Spider-Man number 192. Very nice. Number 197. This one has like some coffee stain on it or something, which is I like. Number 200, kind of a lower quality, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. How come that doesn't pull out? That doesn't show up on here, but I can make it show up on there. It's kind of weird because this whole chat window that pops up on StreamYard is different from the one that pops up on actual YouTube. So I think somebody said something and I tried to put it up there. I don't know if it worked. We'll see if it comes through. Keep it thorough. How you doing, buddy? Hopefully you're doing well. Pony collection. Yep, I like ponies. Okay, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 203. Very nice. Amazing Spider-Man 207. Very cool. Let's see. Hold on a second here. Let's see. Trying to look on my phone here because there was a comment that was in here that somebody wanted to do a shout out. Dylan's Comic Book Rants. Bueller, can I get a shout out for my channel? I just started last week and got a bunch of reviews up trying to get my subs up. Dylan's Comic Book Rants. It didn't show up on my screen here, but there you go. Dylan's Comic Book Rants. Go check out his channel. If you like Dylan's channel, go ahead and show him some support. If you don't like channel, you didn't hear it from me. So anyway, there you go. Dylan's Comic Book Rants. Go check it out. Let's see. Amazing Spider-Man number 231. Kind of cool. Amazing Spider-Man 229. Great Juggernaut cover. I like that one. Here is Amazing Spider-Man 227. You didn't get ASM 110 the Gibbon? No, I don't think I got that one. I might have it in my collection already. I'll have to take a look. The Amazing Spider-Man 224. Very nice. And last Amazing Spider-Man, I believe, is 223. So yeah, I got all those for $1 a piece. A lot of great deals on the last day. Can't pass it up. Somebody, Brian, he's not in here, but Brian, he watches the channel. He's a big supporter, and he was in town, and he found me, and he had a gift for me, so I wanted to share that gift. This is great. This is X-Force number 1 limited edition autograph by Rob Liefeld right there at the top. It's actually autographed on the bag. So it's kind of cool. It's got the little limited edition sticker on there. I don't know. But yeah, so Brian gave that to me. I thought that was really pretty cool. Nice Rob Liefeld signature on X-Force number 1. This is the one with the cable card. Nice little gift. I like that. And I honestly, I think I found a Rob Liefeld signature as well in a box. So I bought that as well. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Casey, what's going on, man? Got a great opportunity to meet Casey and hang out with him and his wife a little bit. I think they had a good time, but I think they're probably worn out as well. I think they had a weekend pass, but call it good after 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. Dylan says, my videos, I would say, get better with each one. How it is when you first start. Yeah, I do know how when it first starts, man. And videos do get better as they go on. So, let's see. If you ever have a comic you don't need and want to throw away, send it to me, please. Nona Neymar. There you go. There's a place to, instead of the garbage, send them there. Bueller blushing because he loves Liefeld. So I do love Liefeld. Come on. I don't know him yet, but I will someday. Let's see. This guy, James Tinian, the fourth, Something is Killing the Children. He was there, the writer for this book. Great guy. Talked to him multiple times. He's going to be doing a podcast with me after New York Comic Con. Really nice guy. Wants to talk about this book. I'm a fan of this book. And so James is going to come on and kind of spill the beans a little. And he actually kind of spilled the beans. If you guys have read this book or anything, he kind of told me a little bit of what's going on and things to come, and the fact that it's now an ongoing series, not a limited series, and kind of the adventures that Erica, the main character, will see. And apparently, I didn't realize this, but the monster in this book, only children can see the monster. And he kind of told me that, and then he said besides the children, Erica, the lead, she's the only one that can see the monsters type thing. So that's kind of interesting. And she has, in the book, she has a thing on her head, looks like an implant. I asked him about that, and from what he kind of told me, it really is, I mean, it's something, but it's not anything really. So we'll see what they do with that. But Something is Killing the Children. And he said, yes, there's a possibility that the girl with no legs and one arm in the wheelbarrow might make an appearance again. So very cool. And I got this one as well. And he signed that one for me also. Very cool. But James said we were supposed to do an interview. It was raining really hard yesterday, and my camera was being kind of weird. So he gave me his information. We're going to set up a time for a podcast, and he'll be on the show, and we'll be talking about this book and his other books that he does, the Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and all the other stuff as well. Another gentleman that was there was Joshua Williamson, and he was there. He signed that for me. That was awesome. He's also going to be coming on the show, and we're going to be doing a podcast together talking about his Flash run and obviously Batman Superman #1. He's a local guy, and I've met him multiple times, and he was gave me all his information this time, so I have everything I need, the phone number, email, all that stuff. So we're definitely going to make that happen, probably after New York City Comic Con as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. The guys at Mad Cave were there, had a booth. They gave me a bunch of their books. Shows End #1, Shows End #2. They gave me some sneak peeks of Woven Heart #1. I thought that was kind of nice. And this one's got a little RV9. Hello, Miss Lady. And Over the Ropes, which is a wrestling book, I guess. So they gave me those previews, and they're going to be sending me much more stuff as well. I got all their information, and they gave me all theirs. So very cool. And same thing with Aftershock Comics. I'll probably be doing something with them as well. So it was nice talking to them. Any tips to get old comics in Europe? I would have no idea. Never been to Europe. Wouldn't know what to tell you. Good luck. Let's see. Hey Bueller, how was the show? I'll get to that here in just a few minutes. Let's see. Someone was like, "What's up, hack?" And I was like, "Bueller is not a hack." Then I saw there was someone named Hack. Okay. Oh, that's funny. My buddy Steve is in here. Awesome. Steve's one of my buddies, man. One of the best by far. Let's see. Am I going to New York Comic Con? Not this year, but you never know. Maybe next year. I got to recover from this one. I hear you get comics in the red light district. That's not the only thing you get in the red light district. We don't have a red light district here. Whatever happened to the UFC guy you met? I haven't heard from him. That's the thing. Here's the thing. His wife is like really pregnant, and like popping any day. Like when I met them, and so whether she had the baby or not, or it hasn't come yet. It's right there. So I know that the guy's hands are probably full, and I'll try to get in contact with him probably next week. I wanted to get through this Comic-Con. I was hoping I'd see him there, but he wasn't even there. But I have his phone number. I'll give him a call again, see what he's got going on. But if she's had the baby of the newborn, I don't want to bug him for a little while. But yeah, she was really close. Let's see. What's this? Keep it thorough. When are you inviting me, Bueller, so we can talk about our love and collection of ponies? That's on the other channel, Pony Bros. Pony Bros with Thorough and Bueller. That's the other channel, Pony Bros. Joshua, hey Bueller, I love your videos. Me and son love watching your videos. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Look, everyone's jumping in there. We got like 36 people watching. This was not scheduled. I got a bunch. Let me kind of go through these other books really fast, okay? Because Spawn, I bought a bunch of books that I'll probably have on my auction at the end of the month because I'm doing an auction at the end of each month, and Spawn is kind of hot, so I bought some Spawn books. Let me show you what I got. Spawn number 54. Kind of nice. Spawn 47. I haven't rebagged and boarded any of these yet. I will. Spawn 55. Look at that. Spawn, yep. Spawn 37. Should I go over here? I don't know. Spawn 37. Love these covers. Spawn 48. Spawn 53. I might have got some doubles. I don't know for sure. Spawn 46. Spawn 28. I was talking to my buddy and I was like, dude, all Spawn covers are awesome. Spawn 29, the whole run. Spawn covers, awesome. Spawn 30, like that one. That's a good one to get autographed. Spawn 34. Spawn 40. Yep, they're out of order. Here's Spawn 39. Very cool. I think I might have got some more. Let me double check. I meant to get some books autographed, and I just never did, which is fine. It doesn't mean that much, really. I got What If the Avengers Lost Evolution Awards #1. I don't know what that is. I just grabbed it. It's kind of cool looking. These are all probably going to go on auction. Thor #2, second printing variant. That was kind of neat. Variant edition Thor #3. I like the variants. These are all in great shape too. Variant edition Thor #4. That one. Variant edition second print Thor #4. Awesome. What's this one? Thor #6 variant edition. And Thor #7, the variant edition. That one's kind of cool looking. I like that. I picked up some She-Hulks. I just grabbed them. I don't even know what they are. She-Hulk #8. She-Hulk #1. I don't know what series it's from. And then She-Hulk #18. Love this cover. Love that cover. What is it? She-Hulk, Iron Man. Awesome. And then a couple Batmans. Batman #1, Rebirth. That was neat. Some David Finch covers, I think. Yep. And #2. And this is the one I found in the dollar box. This is Youngbloods #1. It's autographed by Rob Liefeld and somebody else. I don't know. I have to look. But I got two Rob Liefelds. One I paid for $1, and one was given to me from my buddy Brian. Not a bad weekend, right? Not a bad weekend. Okay, so the last book I got, and this is the one that means the most to me by far. And this is something I wanted to do, and I got about 30 people to sign this book. And this is the book itself doesn't mean anything. It's Heroes of Crisis #1. It's a blank cover. But I wanted to, everyone I ran into that either watched the show or have seen the show type thing, they all autographed it, whether they came up to me or I've met them before. I really wanted to get autographs done on there. So I really like that. This is my Rose City Comic Con 2019 autograph book. And there's more autographs like in the book as well. But I thought that was pretty cool to have everyone do that for me. And it was a lot of fun. I carried this around with me pretty much the most time. There was a couple times I didn't have it, and I ran into some people, and I felt bad because they weren't able to sign it. And for those handful of people, I think there was like 5 or 6 people I ran into, and I didn't have it on me, and I wish I would have. So, but for all the people that did sign it, thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Very awesome. A couple of them are YouTubers that are on here, and a lot of them are just viewers that watch the show. And so I think that's cool. I really liked it, and I'm going to do it again. Every time I go to a show or whatnot, I'm going to bring something and have everybody sign it for me. So it's a nice little keepsake for myself. I missed a lot of comments here. I'm sorry. Casey says, was a great con for picking up cheap books. I filled a short box full of great books. Yeah, I did. I saw him on his Instagram. Go check out Casey's Instagram and go look and see at all his books he got. He got a ton of stuff. Thor cover rocks. Yep, I like those Thor covers. How you doing, Grandmaster? Let's see. If I missed you on here, I apologize, everybody. But Omega Comics. I was actually at Rose City Comic Con. I saw Tacoma down there and was trying to find you, bro, but wasn't sure if you were there. Yeah, I was there, and I saw Tacoma, and I think he signed the book. I don't remember for sure. I was there. Just look for the tall guy with a vest on. John says Chris Claremont is coming to Windsor Comic Con. That's awesome. He's an interesting cat, to say the least. Okay, so let me go ahead and get to the con itself. Like I said, it's Rose City Comic Con. It's our big con in Oregon. Let me go ahead and tell you the pros and cons of this Comic Con. And this is kind of something I've been doing. I've been reviewing cons. The first one I reviewed was the Wizard World. Was not a fan. The second one I did was Washington State Summer Con. Big fan of that one. Then this one right here is the Rose City Comic Con. So I've been to this one now 3 years in a row. And for the last 2 years, I've been an invited guest to come and cover the con. This year being one of those years. As far as the con goes, the first thing off the bat, they're doing construction around the area, which really makes it hard to get to. And managing the lines, they probably could have done a better job. But I think that had a lot to do with the construction outside the building. So I think that was kind of out of their hands. That's unfortunate. That's been going on for a little while now. And it's going on at Wizard World as well. And it just makes it so like literally people are walking around the building trying to find the entrance. And it's just kind of crazy. So that's I think that's out of their control. And there's probably not much they can do about it. Besides that, the con itself, in comparison to their lineup last year of far creators, I thought their creators this year was not on par with what they had last year. I thought they had better creators last year, better marquee names. Mike Mignola was there last year. Jerry Conway was there. Jim Starlin was there. Donnie Cates was there. Brian Michael Bendis was there. And they all had booths. And that's just a small sampling. I mean, this year they had some great people. Don't get me wrong. Let me go ahead and Neal Adams was there. We'll get into that in a little bit. Yeah, that'll be fun. Neal Adams was there. David Finch was there. Joshua Williamson. Andy Kubert was there, I believe. And a handful of others. But as far as the comic book lineup, if I had to compare the two, last year's was a little bit better. This year wasn't bad, but there was definitely some bigger names that I would have liked to seen again, and maybe they'll be out next year. So I thought their comic book lineup kind of dropped a little bit. Still enjoyable. And Neal Adams obviously is one of the major key players as far as comic book history and what he did for comic books. So that's a pretty big guy to have headlining your thing. As far as the celebrity people, I really didn't care. I didn't even bother. I went and I walked around where all the celebrities were, and everything's $50 to $100 just to say hello. And I was like, forget it. So I mean, I peeked around and saw like Pauly Shore, and these are probably people that if you're younger you won't know who they are, but like Weird Al Yankovic and Pauly Shore, Robert Englund. They had some people from The Office. Kevin Sorbo was there. That's kind of Hercules. That means something. And a handful of other people. The whole cast from Weird Science was there. I thought that was pretty cool. But really, the celebrities, they don't interest me as much to go get my picture taken or say hello. So I just kind of pass. What celebrities? Yeah. A few people canceled, just like the people always cancel for shows. And the guy that played Luke Cage in the Netflix series, he canceled. So he was probably one of the more relevant guys as far as comic book related. A couple of the Doctor Who's were there. I'm not a big Doctor Who fan, so I wouldn't really know what to tell you about that. And a couple of people from The Walking Dead. So the celebrity guests that were there. Nobody from really the current Marvel universe, and those people are normally at like Ace Comic Cons or Wizard World or some of the bigger ones. So I get it. But the celebrity thing really doesn't do it for me. So I just take a pass on that one. Clayton Crane was there. I forgot to mention Clayton Crane was there as well as far as a comic book guest. That's a pretty awesome artist. And I'm leaving some names off, and I apologize for that. But anyway, the celebrity guests, they don't really do it for me. I'm not, like I said, not really interested. As far as the selection of comics that were there, awesome selection. That's the one Comic-Con to where all the local shops pretty much set up booths at this Comic-Con, and a lot of dealers come in from all around the United States to be a part of this Comic-Con. And there were some awesome deals to be had all over the place. Many dollar books, 50-cent books, $1.50 books, low prices. Everyone was willing to work with you. It seemed like every booth I went to is like, oh, we'll make you a deal type thing. And for some of you guys that were there for the first time, Hack and Casey was like, man, I got all these books for like $1. I can't believe it type thing. And Hack was the same way. He found like some spawns for like $1 a piece, and he was very much enjoying himself. Sam was there for the first time too, and he was having a good time. Did I find any treasures? No, I didn't really. Did I find any treasures? No, I mean, I don't. As far as like a valuable thing, not really. I mean, I really wasn't looking, to be honest with you. I wasn't like, oh, there it is type thing. And I never really do that, to be honest with you. I just I see it, I like it, I pick it up type thing. As far as the comics, like I said, awesome selection, probably a better selection than the Washington State Summer Con. Had a lot of comics, but there was definitely more comics at the Rose City Comic Con. So I enjoyed that. The variety of the booths, tons of variety, a lot of other stuff. They had a kids area. They had multiple like lightsaber booths that were selling lightsabers, which I thought was really cool. And just a little bit of something for everything. It's a big convention, so obviously they're going to fit a lot of stuff in there. And then they had a lot of publishers were there, local people, obviously, like Image and Dark Horse and Oni Press and Aftershock Comics, and Mad Cave was there. So it was great to sit and talk with some of those people and their publications and stuff. And like Aftershock Comics had a booth, and they were selling all of their trades and stuff. And they had like 5 tables just stacked. At the end of the show, they literally had almost 0 left. They sold everything. They were so happy to come to Rose City Comic Con and just blow through their inventory. And I thought it was great. And I got a chance to talk with them and talk to the lady that does their online podcast on YouTube. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm like one of the only people that watch their podcasts on YouTube. And so I've said hello to them in the chats and stuff. So she knew exactly who I was. So I thought that was kind of cool. But the variety was there. The parking is a nightmare. I have a secret spot where I park that I don't tell anyone, and it works out every time. But as far as other people go, from what I heard, it was just a nightmare. The prices for the tickets were about average, I think, as far as Comic-Cons go. It was around, I think, $60 or $65 for a weekend pass, maybe $40 for a Friday. I don't know for sure, but I thought that for a bigger con, it's right on par. My overall grade for the show would probably be a B plus, to be honest. I thought the layout was pretty good, but it was packed. I mean, there's a lot of people that go, and it can be overwhelming. So it does take a little bit of time to get through. So that is a little bit of a problem, but that's to be expected. But my grade for it is a B plus. I think the only area they suffered in was maybe their comic book lineup wasn't on par with what they did last year, and that was a big bar that they set last year. So that's kind of the reasoning, and especially from coming from the Washington State Summer Con just a few months ago and seeing the level of talent that they had at a very small con, it blew them out of the water. I mean, the Washington State Summer Con talent pool that they had was one of the best I've seen in 10 years. And the guy that put on the Washington State Summer Con, Steve, he was there, and he said, man, I've heard nothing but positive, and everybody's going to come back, and there's a bunch more people that want to come to the Washington State Summer Con. So Con, that was probably an A plus. They hit it out of the park. Rose City, probably B plus. And then way down at the bottom is Wizard World, which was just horrible. I probably won't even go back to the next one unless drastic changes are made. That one I give a D. Really, that's about it. There's not really too much I can say about the Wizard World cons anymore. And if you guys have gone to Wizard World cons, let me know if I'm on par. But Wizard World are literally, it's literally like a trade show for not comic books. It's everything but comic books, and except for maybe one or two booths, and it's frustrating. But anyway, I had a great time. So let's go ahead and get into the elephant in the room. I got a chance to sit down with Neal Adams, and obviously I've put 2 interviews up on my channel. Those are both the interviews. I don't have anything more coming from him. Let's just say the first interview got exactly the reception I thought it would. Let me kind of dive into that. So I'll give you a little bit of backstory, a little bit about Neal Adams. I did a lot of research on the gentleman, Neal Adams. I knew I was going to probably sit down and talk with him. And I wanted to not just sit there and go in there and say, oh, how you doing? And, what do you like to draw? And talk about this and all the same 1,000 questions he's been asked his whole career and everything. And I've watched plenty of interviews, and he gets those questions. He's not really interested. And he pretty much steamrolls the people that interview him type thing. And he's not really interested this is my opinion type thing. He just doesn't seem too engaged in them. And so I knew right off the bat that I had to come at him a different way because I'll be honest, my experience with Chris Claremont was really good and I really enjoyed it, but he steamrolled us on those interviews. It's like we asked questions, he just said what he wanted to say. It didn't matter what me and Tom said. He had an agenda, he put it out there, and we were just there just like, okay, what just happened type thing. So I didn't want that to happen again with Neal Adams. So I did my research, sat down, I watched some videos, I pulled some clips from his videos, some of the things he says. And basically what I did, some of the things that he would say during interviews to the person giving the interview, to throw them off, I took those and set them to him first before he could throw me off. That was my approach. And so the very first question, and if you saw the second interview, which just came out yesterday, my very first question to him is, besides the money, why do you like drawing naked men or naked figures or whatnot? And that's a direct line that he said to someone in an interview. He goes, all I do is draw naked men with lines on their body. And he said that to the person doing the interview, and they didn't know how to respond. So I figured I'd start the interview with that question, and it threw him for a loop. And if you go and you watch this most recent interview, you can see where he realized what he's saying, and he just loses it because he literally just said, I like doing naked man or something like that. And he just loses it. And, that was my goal, to get in there and kind of get him to stumble. And I kind of did it. So I was pretty proud. And he respected me for it. He knew that he's like, okay, this is going to be different. This guy did his research. He actually says that during the interview. And so I knew right off the bat that we had a connection. And I'm talking about the second interview right now. I pretty much got everything I wanted to get from him as far as talking. We had a really good rapport. He enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And we are actually, we exchanged information. He actually talked to me quite a bit when we were done. And he gave me his phone number and contact information and stuff. And, I don't know if he'll ever come on the channel, but, if that is the case, I think that would be awesome. I would love to have Neal Adams come on and talk about, that would be interesting. Talk about whatever. Okay. Let's go ahead and get to the first interview. And actually the first interview, I put him out in the opposite order of how I did them. I did not ask him, the very first thing was, what would you like to say to our president? That was actually the last interview question that I asked him for the interview. But I didn't want that video to be the last thing you saw. I wanted that to be the first thing you saw, and then the last thing that you see is that actual interview with comic books, which I like a lot better, to be totally honest. But I knew I'd get a reaction out of him if I asked him about what he would like to say to the President of the United States. I've read his tweets. I've read some of the things he said before, and he's very passionate about how he feels. What I didn't know, and I'll just be honest, I didn't know he'd go on a 10-minute verbal altercation about Donald Trump. And I thought maybe he'd just say something kind of, quirky or funny or whatnot, and I could kind of end the interview. But he didn't. And he kind of launched into a whole lot of words, and he wanted to share his voice. And, I'm sitting there in that interview, or I don't even consider the second part, the Trump thing, really an interview, because really I just asked him what he'd like to say. And I literally didn't ask him another question for almost 10 minutes. It was literally like, what would you like to say? And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, this is Neal Adams. This is Clackamas Bueller. Have a good day type thing. But I didn't want to not show it. And I know I've taken some heat for it, and I totally understand that, and it's not for everybody. And this is what I want to say about the interview. And I said this on my other channel, and I mean that. When people give you thumbs downs, they should give you thumbs down because they don't like what they just watched. That is a video to where if you watch that video with when we're talking about, or he's talking about Donald Trump, if you don't like that video, please give it a thumbs down. That's what it's there for. I agree with you giving it a thumbs down if you don't like it. If you do like it, give it a thumbs up. It's totally up to you. But that's the type of video to where if I were to watch something like that, and I was like, man, that really didn't hit the mark or whatnot, or just, it's obviously it's a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot to digest. And I'd be like, man, I don't know if I like that. That would be one of those videos. And that would be one, and I'm just using this abroad. I mean, it could be a conversation about anything type thing. But if you don't like that video, don't be afraid to give it a thumbs down. A lot of people have, and I totally respect that if you give it a thumbs down if you don't like it. But if you do like it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. That's your choice. What I don't like is people just give it a thumbs down just because they're being a jerk. I don't like that guy. I don't like Bueller or whatnot. I'm just going to go find all their videos, and I'm going to give them thumbs downs. If that's why they're doing it, those people, I could care less. Take a hike. Who cares? Okay? They're not worth my time. I'm not worth their time. So it doesn't matter. But if you watch a video like that and you legitimately don't like it, please give it a thumbs down. If you do like it, please give it a thumbs up. Reggie, thank you so much. You gave me a $5 super chat. This is the Double G Reggie Simmons. Appreciate that, buddy. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Double G Reggie Simmons, not the 1G, it's the double G. So anyway, Neal kind of, back to the video. Neal kind of goes into his thoughts about Donald Trump, and I knew he would. I knew I didn't know he'd do it for that long, and he just kind of kept going. I didn't have to say much at all, And he just did. But here's the thing. I wanted to put it out because he gave me his time. And he's in front of the camera and he's speaking to the microphone and he gave me his time. And I didn't want to censor what he shared with me. And just like you are all giving me your time right now, I don't want to censor that as well. And so I knew when I saw the video and watched it back, because it was a little, during the interview itself, I'm like, you can watch me. I'm kind of looking off and I'm like, should I end this? What's going on? I don't really, I've never been in that situation before, especially in front of a camera. But it is what it is. And then I watched it back and I there's no edits in the video, by the way. It's literally a straight thing. Besides the cropping of the pictures and stuff like that, it's literally, that's it. And, but I didn't want to not share it because I would be doing him a disservice for giving me his time and vice versa. And views aside, I think everybody's entitled to have their voice and say whatever they want. What bothers me more, and I'll be totally honest, and I'm not trying to get political or nothing, what bothers me is how people get to that point. And on either side, the passion that you feel, and whether it's negative or positive on any type of thing, my concern is how does someone get to that point and feel that way? That makes me feel bad. And because it's not the world that I'd like everybody to get along. I know that sounds ridiculous and it's probably not going to happen. But, I like, read a comic, put a smile on your face, have a good time. That's me. That's who I am. And whether that's the case, then that happens. I don't know. But that when I see people get to that point, and there was a lot of comments, and I read a bunch of comments and that are on that video, and a lot of them were like, oh, I'm never watching Bueller again. And you know what? You have every right to do that. And I thank you for all the time that you did watch, and you're welcome back anytime you want to. And but you know what? I've made about 400 videos, and 399 of them are all about comic books. And so there's plenty of stuff for you to go and choose. And one video is of a certain gentleman sharing his voice with the people that watch the channel. So that's what that is. Anyway, there's a lot more comments in here. Let's see. Is that the most thumbs video you ever got? No, I mean, I have thumbs downs. Yeah, probably, it's totally legit. That, like I said, a thumbs down that video, I get it. It makes sense for you to give me a thumbs down on that video. I totally understand it. The joke's on them. It helps the algorithm. Yeah, everything helps the algorithm. Gamma Ray says, Donald 2020. We'll have to wait and see. That could happen. I get a kiss from Steven Spock. What's this? Cult film video facts. Okay. Casey said, I paid the man $50 for a signature because I like and respect his art and what he's done for the comics. However, I found him to be a bit of a dick. You're not the only one to say that, Casey. I enjoyed my time with him. I may not agree with everything he says, and I think a lot of things that he says are there's a lot of fire behind what he says, type thing, and a lot of fire in his heart and in his mind, type thing. And I don't know if I would ever go to that level. And but if I put that aside, and I'm the type of person to where I can take your views on certain things aside and look at you, for the things you've done or the type of person you are. And for the things he's done and the type of person he is, I really enjoy him. I really enjoy him. I really enjoy my time with him. And I think I said this on my other thing. My best friend, his name is Damon. We have tremendous amount of disagreements on our views on just things in the world, not just politics, a whole bunch of other stuff. But that doesn't mean we have to be separated. We actually enjoy each other's company immensely. Joe, I understand the situation could have gotten uncomfortable with Adams. I tried to keep it light, but I mean, I'll take responsibility. I knew what I was getting into. I'm not going to sit here and hide behind something. I knew he would have a comment. I just didn't realize how much of a comment he would say, and I was hoping my hopes was for it to be kind of fun, you know, or like and just kind of wrap it up, you know. But obviously he went into a little bit more detail why he doesn't like the president. He was super nice to me, Casey. What did he sign for you? I don't know what he signed. Alex says, I don't agree with anything Neal says or believe politically, but I gave the video a thumbs up. I appreciate that, Alex, because it takes guts for you to ask what and then put it out there. Well, I appreciate that, Alex. Here's the thing. I wanted to do a video. There's tons of Neal Adams interviews out there that you can go watch, but there's not a ton of that, and I can guarantee you that. And that's one thing I wanted to do. Good or bad, I wanted to at least put something different out there than what's your favorite character, or, you know, how long have you been drawing type thing. And I think both videos do that. So I'm pretty happy. I mean, I basically got him to break on camera, which was one of my goals. So I was pretty happy about that. Let's see. Oh, how you doing? J Rules 300. Did I get that wrong? Probably. Pete says, Casey, I've had friends say exactly the same thing. Like I said, you know, I've heard a few people refer to that gentleman with that name. Let's see. I had a House of Mystery 179 sign. Very cool. Gamma says, I can't please all the snowflake. I don't even know what a snowflake is. I know it's some term, but I don't get it. Let's see. I pity the fool that gives you a thumbs down. You know, that's what they're there for. That's the way I look at it. It doesn't, if you want to know how I feel about thumbs down, it's on one of my videos on my other channel. And, I mean, I kind of got into it a little bit. And like I said, if you enjoy my videos, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Very much appreciate it. If you don't enjoy the videos, for one, I don't know why you're watching. For two, feel free to give it a thumbs down. That's what it's there for. And I get it. If you give a channel a thumbs down, and this is on any channel, because you just want to do it to be a jerk, I think those people, and I said this on my other channel, I'm going to say it right here, the people that do that can kiss my ass, because they're not doing anything for anything. They're just causing problems just to cause problems, and they're literally just being a jerk. So it's not worth my time. It's not worth your time, and that's why I never acknowledge them, type thing. But all the people that give me a thumbs up, the 400 to 500 people that give me a thumbs up, that's what I want to highlight. That's the people that take the time to watch my videos, and those are the ones I recognize, and that's what I talk about on my videos. The other ones that do it just to be an a-hole, take a hike, pal. I could care less. Let's see. Hello, I'm back. You guys see me now? I'm sorry. So my internet's been clunking out every now and then. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully you guys can see me. I'm back. God Demon 13, love your Adams interview. Wish you would have asked him about expanding Earth. I watched some of his science things, and actually my son talked to him a little bit about his science. My son didn't really know who Neal Adams was, so they just kind of started talking, and I heard that kind of come up a little bit. So I don't really know what he said to him, but yeah, I watched some of his stuff. It's pretty interesting to hear what he has to say. Hey, Big Will, what's going on, man? What's going on? I know I'm behind on comments here, guys. I'm getting caught up. Sorry about the internet breaking up there for a second. Let's see. What is this? Throw says, all I know, if you get a signature from Neal Adams, make sure you press your book after you get it, because Neal spanks books like a newborn baby. I don't know. I already have stuff signed by him. Actually, Steve Whiting sent me a book signed by Neal Adams, so I really wasn't looking for a signature or anything like that, because that's really all I need. Oh, really, Steven Spock? Not a kiss. It's a symbol for your character lipstick. Okay, give me a break. He was super careful with his. Awesome, that's good. What is this? Nobody is ever just a bit of a dick. Either you. Okay. Okay. That was a good one. Is Moon Knight coming back? I hope so. That's awesome. There's no reason why it's not. And actually, just Moon Knight just came up with an annual, because they're just doing random annual comics. So last week, Moon Knight had an annual comic that was on the shelves. Love your show. Always getting a thumbs up for me. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Ben says, great channel, Bueller. Thank you, Ben. Appreciate that. Mark Spector Comics. How you doing, Mark Spector? Yep, he's telling him about the Moon Knight one. I'm trying to catch up. There's Sam saying something about Moon Knight. Let's see. The Comic Collector says, what's up? How you doing? Sorry, guys. I'm getting down there. Let's see. P.S. I'm pronounced J.R. Sleeps 300. Okay, J.R. Sleeps 300. I got it. I'm horrible. If you watch my videos, I'm horrible at pronouncing things. That's just me. 9 square inches. I want to talk about 9 square inches really quick. He left a great comment on my other channel. And he said he saw the little snippet from the Neal Adams interview, the first part. And he said it didn't really interest him, so he decided not to watch. And I think that's great. And that's exactly the attitude when I see something. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to watch it. If it doesn't interest me, I'm not going to watch it. I respect that he did that. And for the most part, I think he didn't watch it. And then I put the second interview out there. And I think if he hasn't watched it yet, I'm pretty sure he'll enjoy that, because it's about comic books. And that's what this channel is about. And so, yeah, I respect exactly what he said. And I totally understand where he was coming from. Farley's Nerd Cave. You rock, Bueller. Thank you, Farley's Nerd Cave. How you been doing? Let's see. I'm getting down there. Yep, I'm back. Sorry, I don't know why that does that. Maybe it's the StreamYard thing. I might be wrong. Hack says, well said, Bueller. I don't remember what I said. Moon Knight is probably my third favorite character in Marvel Comics. Moon Knight's a pretty cool comic. His backstory is very interesting. James, hello. Yep. He said, I think I told you I passed on because of the negativity. No view for me on that, but no thumbs down either. Cool. Appreciate that. Let's see. I'm getting down there, I think. I'm just, I hope they bring back the Thunderbolts. That'd be kind of cool. Awesome. Okay, I think I'm caught up there. So anyway, that was my kind of thing on the Neal Adams. It's not going to, I'll be honest, I lost a bunch of subscribers for it. And I was totally figured that would happen. But I gained a bunch as well. So it kind of balanced each other out. So, but I don't make that, that's probably not going to be an ongoing thing on my channel. I really have no reason to talk about stuff like that. But, you know, I kind of wanted to hear what Neal had to say, to be honest. And the reason why, and if you guys aren't aware of Neal Adams and his history and what he's meant to comic books, and this has nothing to do with political and nothing like that, but what he's meant to comic books, I value his voice and what he wants to say. Will I agree with him is another story. But I value what he did because of what he did for the comic book creators and bringing the rights or the creative rights to comic book creators. What he did for the comic code and free speech for comic books. He literally was the main spearhead to abolish the comic book code, or whatever that was called, so that there could be free speech in comics. You know, it wasn't limiting what you could put on the cover, or what you could say, or all that stuff. For him getting the recognition for the people who came up with Superman, and for them to get rights, or restitution or whatnot for that character, he spearheaded so many things that were just incredible for the comic book industry, and created a lot. And he's got a small part in the Comic Cons that we go to today. There's a good chance, because of some of the things that he did, if he didn't do those things, we might not be enjoying comics like we do today. We might not be going to Comic Cons that we do today. Like I said, it's a small chance, but he played a role in it, and it was a big role as far as comic books. And that's why I wanted to give him the opportunity to share his feelings. And if it comes negative at me, I get it. But I hope that as time goes on, it's all good. Everybody has the right to share what they want to share, and everyone has the right to their own views and their voice, and share it. That's what's important. But try to be nice. Don't hurt anybody or whatnot. Biggie Shack, how you doing? Hopefully things are going well. He here has my respect for his advocacy of comic creators, and his art is amazing. He definitely has my respect as well, like you said, for what he done for comic book creators and you got to look into it. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people might just pass it by. Oh, okay, whatever. Just go research it. And when you research it and you find out, it's like, oh, okay, that's a big deal. That's not just a little thing. That's a big thing. So. Let them hate, bro. It's more eyes than hate is the lowest form of love or something. I do find it interesting that I put out the Neal Adams one about the Trump one, and 1,000 people watch it like within the first day. And I put out the second one, and only like 300 people watch it. I want to watch the second one. I'll be honest. I much rather enjoy the second one than I do the first one. Because it's about comic books, and that's what I really enjoy. But it is what it is, right? That's, whatever. James just got Detective 232 signed by Neal Adams. That's awesome. Great book. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Hopefully, I don't know if I cleared up anything. Maybe it caused more of a problem. I don't know. But anyway, I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch the videos and share the videos, and thumbs ups and thumbs downs and comments. I really appreciate it. And I'm pretty much exhausted right now, and I'm gonna probably make a video in the morning, and then maybe another video later. I don't know. But today I literally got home, and I just got a brand new washer and dryer, or I just got a brand new oven and a dishwasher, and I have to take out the old ones and put in the new ones. I'm not looking forward to it. It's a lot of work. It's heavy. I'm already aching from walking all over this. It's gone. But there's a lot of great stuff coming. There's one of the things I want to do from this con is make a lot of connections, and I did. So we got multiple people coming on to the show. The guy writing James Tilian, I can't remember how to pronounce it. He'll be on. He's the writer of Something's Killing the Children. Joshua Williamson is going to be coming on. He's the writer for Batman, Superman, and The Flash. And Mike Henderson is coming on. He's the artist right now for Dead Man Logan. He just got back from his honeymoon, and he's like, as soon as I get back, we're going to sit down. And so we already got all the information. But I have all these gentlemen's information. Who knows? Neal Adams might make an appearance as well. You never know. So it'll be kind of cool. All right, everybody. Appreciate you taking the time. And I will probably talk to you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what to do. I'll see you next time. Bye.